morning, everyone, and welcome to Teach Yourself Math. In today's lesson 11, we will be looking at multiply across zeros. Okay, so let's start with this example 1. The best way to learn mathematics is through examples. Mammoth's braces cost 108 each month. So that is for 1 month. The cost of Mammoth's brace is 108. How much will Mammoth's parents pay in 6 months? So for 6 months, we are going to have 108, which is for 1 month, times 6. That is how we come across this 6 multiply 108. Now, you can do an estimate to have a rough idea of what the amount is going to be. To do your estimate, that means you take this 1-digit number 6, multiply, you look at what can you round 108 to. 108 can be rounded as it is closer to 100. Or better still, look at the highest place number 1. The next number to it is 0. When the number next is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, that is less than 5, then you have to round down. The 1 remains the same, the remaining 2 numbers turns to 0. So this is 100. And this is easy to multiply using mental maths, as 6 times 1 will give you 6 with 2 zeros. So your estimate is 600. Next, let's look at the actual multiplication. There are 2 ways explained here. I'm going to take you through the 2 ways. Okay, one way, we have the 6 times 108. Using the distributive property, which we have learned in our previous video, we can separate this 3-digit number 108 into 2 numbers. The number in the ones place is 8. The number in the tens place is 0, so we don't need that. And the number in the hundreds place is 1 in the hundreds place, so that is 100. So we can separate the number 108 into 108. So that is how this was gotten, 108. So each of this number multiplies 6. And now we can have a product. 6 times 100 gives you 600. And 6 times 8 is 48. So finally add these 2 numbers to get 648. So the second way, which is using the partial products, let's see how it goes. It says you have to use the number 6 will multiply all the digits in the ones place, in the tens place, and in the hundreds place. So to start with, 8 times 6. This 6 multiplies this 8, and that gives us 48. The next one, it multiplies 0. 6 times 0 is 0. And lastly, the number in the hundreds place, which is 100. So 6 multiply 100 is 600. You add all this number together, starting from the ones place. 8 plus 0 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 0, remember any number added to 0 will still give you the number. So that's why this is 4 and 6. So using 2 different methods, we get the same answer. So finally, Mahmoud's parents will pay 648 in 6 months, which is our answer. 648 is close to the estimate. In the estimate we got 600. So that is that. I want you to pause the video and try example 2 by yourself. Later on you play the video to see if you are correct. Example number 2. If 3 trees are each 2025 years old, each of them, so it means that one tree is 2025 years old. What is the total age of the trees? So our focus there is for 3 trees. So for 3 trees, all you need to do is to multiply with 3. So this time around, okay, estimate, we can also do the estimate. Is going to be 3 times 2025 is closer to 2000. Then we can do 3 times 2, which is 6, with 3 zeros at the back of 2000. So our estimate is 6000. We can also do a normal multiplication, this time around following this simple procedure. Using the number 3 to multiply each of the place value number, starting with the ones place, which is 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. The last digit number is 5, which will be in the answer box. The next one, which is 1, we go to the next place value up. Next, we multiply the tens place. 3 multiplies 2 is 6. Then you add the 1 on top. 6 plus 1, 7. Multiply the next place, which is 0. Any number multiplies 0 will give you 0. And lastly, the thousands, 1000th place. 3 times 2, 6. And this is our final answer, 6075. 6075 years for the 3 trees. 6075. And this is also close to the estimate, which we got as 6000. Okay guys, so this is your turn. You should look at this guided practice, put in your answers quickly, pause the video first, and after that play it back to see if you are correct. So number 1, the question wants us to multiply. We should also check using estimates. So to multiply directly, very easy. Use the number 3 to multiply each of the numbers up. So 3 multiply 3 first, that's gonna give us 9. So we write 9 under the ones place. Use 3 to multiply the next place value, which is 0. Any number multiplies 0 is gonna give you 0, so we have 0. And 3 multiplies 3 again, 9. Final answer, 909. And if you look at the estimate, 3 multiplies 3 is 9 with 2 zeros, 900. They are close. 909 is close to 900. Okay, next is number 2. Let's look at this final question. The same thing, use the number 6 to multiply 7 first, and 6 multiplies 7 according to your 6 times table. It is 42. You write the last digit number, which is 2. The remaining 4 goes up. Next, 6 multiplies 0, and 6 times 0 is 0. Remember, there is 4 on top. You have to add that. 0 plus 4 is 4, so we write 4. And lastly, we use 6 to multiply 5. 6 times 5 is 30, so we write the whole 30. So this is 3042. And for the estimate, 6 multiplies 5 is 30, with 2 zeros at the back of 500. Final answer, 3000. Alright guys, so this is where I'm gonna stop the video, and I'm gonna see you again in our next video, next chapter.